Hey, this is Ed Rigsby, and it is Rigsby Reviews, episode number 37. And my guest reviewer is Dennis Wasserman.
Hello.
Who you've probably seen once or twice before. And Jonathan and I have mentioned Dennis all the time. We use his name in vain whenever we can. It's great to have Dennis here. Jonathan isn't here. Today, we're going to, today's kind of different because we've got a rum that Dennis picked up in Alaska. Now, why was he in Alaska? We'll talk about that in a minute. But last year, he brought me a bottle of Fairbanks sourdough rum, which was clear. This year, he brought a golden Fairbanks sourdough rum. So we'll be talking about that in just a moment. And also, for our cigar selection for today, we have La Aroma de Cuba Edicion Especial. This cigar was, oh, you know what we should do, Dennis? Here, why don't you grab the bottle?
Yep.
We do this, and then that way we've got a good, we'll hold that and we'll smile. And then at some point, I'll grab this up for the thumbnail of the video, and we can, okay, very good. We're good now. Thank you very much. So this got a, I asked Cigars International for these because they were like 94 rated. It was one of the it was one of the 10 top cigars of 2000. And in that rating, it said intense woody hickory notes that play off of a vanilla sweetness for a long reverberating finish. Are you looking forward to a long reverberating
I'm all about the reverberating finish.
On the Boldness Profile, it's 4 out of 5. It comes in Belicoso, Churchill, Corona, which is a Corona, Gigante, Robusto, and Toro. Now, this Corona, they call it, this is their number one. It's a 5.6 inch by 46, so it's a little skinnier than usual. And it's Cigars International sells the 5-pack for $40. As far as the origin, where do they come from? Nicaragua. Where's the wrapper from? It's an Ecuadorian Sumatra. The binder is Nicaraguan. The filler is Nicaraguan. We can talk a little bit more about this in a moment. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about how you came about buying that rum.
We've made that. I work in Alaska, out of Fairbanks. I work up on the North Slope, and there is a distillery in Fairbanks called Ursa Major, and I've been there several times and enjoyed their product. They make rum, vodka, and gin. And last year, as Ed mentioned, I brought the sourdough back, and everyone enjoyed it. And I went back there to get Ed a nice birthday present, and thought, well, I'll just get one of each, maybe a sample pack, and didn't know they had this special limited 200 bottle edition of their rum, which they take their sourdough rum and then age it in American oak casks. I'm not sure for how long, but you see it does take on a nice golden color. So that's how we come to have this bottle.
And wasn't there a little bit of concern whether you would even get a bottle?
Oh, yeah. So my good friend Dave up in, I couldn't go to the distillery to pick it up because I was working, but I wanted to make sure to procure the bottle. So he went in, and the owner wasn't there, and the person behind the bar said you have to come back, and he wasn't sure why. And when he came back, the reason was because they had actually sold out of all 200 bottles, even though it was still advertised on their website. So they graciously made a special bottling and put the label on and finished it all out. So we have they had more than the 200 bottle quantity, but they just didn't bottle it for resale, but they made up a special bottle.
So this is bottle 201.
Correct.
Very good. Why don't you open it up and let's put a little bit, you don't even have to.
Oh, it has.
No, it's got it here. I noticed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. The other way.
Yep. Awesome.
There you go. Usually I like to pull out my tactical knife also, but we didn't even need it today.
No.
So we'll get our palates all warmed up. There you go. I let my co-host do part of the work this time.
Oh,
Oh, you kind of cheated me a little bit?
yeah.
Oh,
Like 'em.
okay.
Okay.
There's a drop there.
Yeah, for God's sakes, man.
Yeah, remember Graham?
Okay.
Okay, so cheers.
Cheers.
And let's see, what do we have here? Let's hold it up. Very nice. I'll put it up.
Wouldn't guess it was rum by looking at it.
No, you wouldn't. No, it looks very nice.
Mm.
It still has that familiar sourdough essence.
Nose, yeah, for sure.
Although this one is, it's a bit softer. I guess maybe because they probably put it in charred oak, which gives it the color.
Right.
And
It is softer.
yeah. So that,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this seems just a little bit softer than the clear.
That's delicious.
So can people find this in Total Wine & More?
No.
No.
Unfortunately. I think they were slated to make a second run, so go to the Ursa Major website. I think that's the only way you can do
Okay.
it. I'm not sure if they send out of state or not, but that's where you can get more information about it.
So let's select the Aroma de Cuba Edicion Especial. There you go.
Muchas gracias.
Pick your poison. It's always interesting because you can take two cigars out of the same box, and they could be different. They could burn a little bit different. The colors are going to usually be the same. But so I always like to let my co-hosts choose their own cigar, where that way, if something happens and it burns bad, it's not my fault. I don't want to take accountability. As I've told y'all before, I've got 3 older sisters, and so they are the bane of my problems in life. Why should I take accountability when I can blame them for all of my problems? I think that's fair, don't you?
Good strategy.
Yeah, I mean, who believes in taking accountability? Okay, you want to use this?
Yes, please.
Okay, got myself a nice, let me get it over here. Got myself a nice V-cut.
Oh, yeah.
There we go, yeah, you can see that. That'll be great. You got it. Did I give you?
No, you got the lighter.
Oh, there's 2 letters. Here,
Oh,
you take one, I'll take one. I always try to remember to use my Cigar Rights of America lighter to tell everybody to join Cigar Rights of America and help the cigar people do their advocacy work. So this cigar is by Jose Don Pepin Garcia, who does a lot of very interesting things. And they're saying that this is a leathery Cuban-seed. And it says the wrapper glistens. And you can look at it, it does a little bit. Although the label's so large, you can barely see the wrapper. Now it says that the leaf conceals a robust mixture of aged Cuban seed, long fillers from the black volcanic soils of Nicaragua. Yes. Together, these tobaccos produce a hearty experience layered with deep toasty flavors. A silky bouquet smacks the palate with an earthy core of aroma nuances, supported by notes of cheddar, leather, and white pepper. Is that dramatic enough?
yeah, I'm not sure what leather tastes like, but sure.
The cigars that Jeff and I did last week in Hawaii, the Hawaiian cigars, had a little bit of a leathery taste. And when I said that to Jeff, he goes, yeah, that's what it tastes
Well,
like.
I've read that description many times about many cigars, and like oaky, peppery, this, vanilla, those I'll get. Leather, I'm like, I'm not sure I know what that tastes
Leather.
like.
I would say leather is the taste it's not as dry as a lot of times they'll talk about cigars being like grass, or that's a nice way of saying they're pretty dry tasting. But the leather leans towards that, but still has a teeny bit of spiciness.
Mm. Yeah, tasty. Very nice draw.
You know, yeah, it draws very well. And from the beginning, it had a good taste. Sometimes cigars have a little bit of a chemically taste the first taste or two, but this doesn't have it. It's very good. Well, it's their special edition.
Yeah.
And that's why I got 94.
I like the nice smooth wrapper.
Yeah, not a lot of imperfections in the wrapper, although as I said earlier, the label is so large. You only see a small amount of the wrapper.
For this size cigar, it is quite
but
large wrapper.
But it's got two. It's got
label.
the Aroma de Cuba, but then it's also got the special edition. A lot of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Easy draw. I mean, this is
for a, what is it, 47 ring? 49 ring? What,
46.
46.
46.
Yeah. It's a lot of smoke for a narrower cigar.
And
wow.
I think
Fantastic.
the humidification is good because I got this from CI probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been in my humidor, you know, just mellowing out. That's the only thing. Too frequently I find when I buy cigars, especially when you buy them online, I like to let them sit for a while. You know, I get excited to try them, but it's actually better to let it sit for a while.
More for aging or more for humidity or both?
I think a little of each.
Yeah.
You know, because you want it to be at a good humidity, and you want it, you know, and like you and I years ago, we tried that CI Monte Cristo knockoff.
Right.
And when they first came, we lit them. This was like several years ago. We lit it.
I remember.
I was like, oh, this is crap.
We put set them right
down. And then they sat in my humidor for a year or two. I mean, quite a long time. And I pulled them out, and it's like, these aren't bad.
Different cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just playing around here with, there we go. I want to make sure the mic is close enough, but Dennis always hates it when the mic is in the picture. So
well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is a great smoke. Goes good with the rum. It's a nice pairing.
Yes, thank you.
Really?
I was trying to figure out, I had several 5-packs from CI and I almost went with the Punch Diablo, but then I thought, maybe that's going to be a little bit too powerful to go with this golden rum.
Mm-hmm.
And but this one works.
Yeah, it sure does.
So let's do this.
Yep.
Would you hand me a rubber ball?
I would do that.
So my rubber ball, which is nothing more than an ice mold, and then this glass is kind of a neat one. It has a little dimple there. So I got my finger in the dimple. On a wine bottle, that'd be called a punt. I don't know what it's called on a glass, so I'll just call it a dimple. I guess we could call it a punt.
I think a punt's a punt.
A punt's a punt.
But I think that's going to be nice for rum.
Although I got to be really careful so I don't break it. So kind of on the side a little bit. Oh, there's not even going to go in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, got to trim off some of this edge.
Some of the flash.
Can I borrow your knife? Check this out. This is working pretty good. Yeah. Get some of that off. Let's see if there's any more. There you go. Let's see if it'll go in now. There's always a problem.
Wow.
There you go.
Just that little bit made a
just
difference.
just have a little ridge.
All right, let me try.
Thing is nice about this little dimple is it holds the ice cube up a little higher. So the ice cube is cooling the liquor, but not as submerged, so it doesn't melt quite as fast.
I'll let you pour this time.
Okay. Well, set my cigar down so fast, the ash fell off. I usually try to go for big ash, but I guess not today. There you go. Yeah, set that over there. Okay, so.
That's a nice presentation. That's nice.
Isn't that cool? That is just, that's the cat's meow.
It really is.
It doesn't change much.
Well, it's not sitting, it's not totally.
No, it's good though. I mean, because
I like it. It didn't get real cold real fast. It just chilled it a little bit.
Mm.
It's cool. It's not cold.
Yeah.
Mm. Yum.
And this is called Ursa Major Distilling.
Yes.
And this is what gold?
Tanana gold.
Tanana gold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Fairbanks Sourdough Small Batch Rum.
Beautiful. I like the label too.
Yeah, it's very
really nice. Yeah.
What's the proof on that?
I think it's 86.
What does it say?
I got the wrong glasses.
80 proof.
80.
80 proof. And would I embarrass you if I asked how much you paid for it?
No, I think it's, if I recall, it was either 65 or 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really nice rums out there in the 30s and 40s, but they get a premium.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's very nice. Well, I mean, Jonathan really liked the clear.
It is good. They're actually quite different.
Yeah.
Even though they're the same base. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean sourdough rum is just this whole kind of unique, different type of a thing anyway. And then when they take the sourdough that you and I were used to from last year, the clear, and then age it in the oak, the charred oak, it really does change it quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get used to drinking that.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah.
And again, great smoke and rum compliment.
You know what we should pull out the have this. So, like and subscribe to the channel, but also for your first time, if you go to CI, Cigars International, if you use this code, CIAFFCJED, JED, you'll get 10% off your order, any size, large or small, and you'll get free shipping. So maybe you want to make your first order a big order, save a lot of money, and get your free shipping. So check the code, put this down, save it, make sure that you keep that. Okay, very good. We did our quasi commercial. CI doesn't pay me anything, but they give me cigars, so God bless them. I think that we should
much appreciated.
We should try to promote them as much as we can.
Absolutely.
We would hope that you would go to CI, Cigars International, buy some cigars. And if you're a first timer, use my code, and then that way they know that we're creating some value for them.
Yeah, free shipping alone. That's nice.
Yeah, because usually, like on a $125, $100 order, it's like $10.
Yeah.
And
So that's 10% right
yeah.
there.
I mean, CI, if you get a big enough order, they'll give you free shipping. But with that code, the first time
Right.
around, you don't have to buy so much.
Buy a single.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this Corona because it was, a little bit slimmer of a 46 ring than I usually would
And
like.
I haven't smoked one less than 50 ring a long time, so I didn't think it would be
That's
a
great.
mouthful of smoke, a big, nice draw.
Mhm.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah. This line, La Aroma de Cuba, the smell of Cuba. I think that it doesn't quite get the just deserves that it should. They've got a number of highly rated cigars, and I would encourage you, if you go to CI's website, look up La Aroma de Cuba and look at all their offerings. I mean,
this is a nice mild smoke too. I think that's why I'm liking it with the rum so much.
Yeah, I didn't want to go full on 5 on 5.
Yeah.
But it's burning nicely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've got, if you look here, I'll get over here, pretty even, maybe a teeny bit off, but pretty even. Probably should go ahead.
Yeah.
Now that
it's a lot of label for.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thing. Some people, like Jonathan, my son, loves to take the labels off first. But the problem is, you really want to smoke the cigar a little bit to warm up the label, the glue on the label, and then when you go to take it off, you're gonna have less chance of pulling off some of the wrapper.
And the designer in me just likes the graphics of the label, so I like looking at them, and I really enjoy a nice label, and this definitely is one.
Dennis is a graphics designer. That's his trade, a design guy. So over at my house, Dennis tells me, yeah, you can put that here. No, you can put that there. When Dennis and I go to swap meet or garage sales, he goes, no, you can't buy that, which Regina really likes. So it really is a very beautiful label.
It is.
I mean, I realize you're not going to buy the cigar because it's a beautiful label. However, it's still a beautiful label.
It's part of the whole experience.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. How does Padron get away with having such shitty little labels?
Well, that's kind of become their trademark as well. Yeah. It's like Padron.
Yeah. Cuban Monte Cristos are the same way, just as Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Little T. Yeah, like very little. I do like, I gotta say, I do like this. I really enjoy this old world art.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
For
can you imagine
me,
having the actual artwork from that?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
How much would that be worth?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, they just do a really nice job. And I realize that there's all kinds of labels today, from funky to
edgy,
minimalist.
Yeah, right.
But the old world ones, I just really like those.
I do too. They're more classic, like us, classic. That's a nice name for old.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my T-shirt that my buddy Mike Staver bought me in Hawaii 10 or 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Old guys rule.
That's
I didn't
right.
think I was that old 15 years ago, but apparently he thought I was. And I still have it.
You grew into it.
Yeah, I grew into it. So now I wear it. Yeah. I now wear it proudly. My old guys. Yeah. So if you like this review, send me a old guys rule T-shirt, and either it's interesting. The old guys rule are cut a little bit small, so send me a large. But it is kind of interesting because, like in my so many of the Aloha shirts I'm buying now, I have to buy small because I shrunk when I went on the paleo diet, and all of my larges I gave Jonathan. And
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a closet full of Aloha shirts that I gave. I gave him all of my Tommy Bahamas. They were just way, way, way too big for me. It's like I was swimming him. Looked like Omar, the tent maker, made them for me. So what are you thinking now? Okay, now you're down. We're kind of getting close to the sweet spot. And describe what you're tasting.
Well, I appreciated that it was good right away because, like you initially mentioned, not all cigars are. Doesn't mean it's a bad cigar, but sometimes, what's the term?
A little bit of a chemically taste, right?
No, but what you need the person that would.
Oh, we need a cigar fluffer.
Fluffer.
We need a fluffer to smoke the first couple minutes.
This was not required here.
Wouldn't it be great to get a cigar fluffer?
And so in this case, I don't think it's changed that much because I didn't go through that fluff period. But still,
it seems to me just a smidge more mellow, and
it's not getting hot being a smaller stick. I mean, I think it's still smoking nice.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure that I'm getting the intense woody hickory notes. But I will say I'm getting the cedar leather. Now the white pepper, I'm not really getting that much. The Alec Bradley Persano, which was their 96 rated cigar, that's very peppery. But I'm not getting a lot of pepper.
I'm not getting peppery, but I actually am getting a hickory kind of, now that you said that and I'm really letting it get onto my palate and my nose. Yeah.
It really is very enjoyable cigar.
Yeah.
And here's the really good news.
How much was the 5-pack?
I have 3 more left. A 5-pack is $40. So just a little under $10 a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a beautiful cigar.
And you said they come in quite a variety of sizes
too.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Belicoso, which is a figurado. You got Churchill. You got the Corona, which is this. Gigante, which is the large ring. Robusto, which is the shorter one, and Toro.
Yeah, I'd probably try Robusto if it was a bigger ring just to see the difference.
Yeah, I got an email from Cigars International last week when I was in Hawaii on vacation. And they say, hey, you need any cigars? And I said, hey, I'm on vacation. I don't want to guess. I'll send you a list when I get back.
Wow, it's nice that they're reaching out.
Oh, yeah. So I sent them a list yesterday of a whole bunch of cigars I want to try. I squeaked Ashton and Davidoff in spot number 4, number 3 and 4. Yeah, put others in number.
You don't want to seem pushy.
There's a lot of Ashtons and Davidoffs I'd like to try, and but also another one Cigar International's just put in their not magazine, but their catalog. There's a new Buffalo Trace Special F for Figurado.
I noticed that in the last mailer.
So I did ask him for one of those. I really want to try those. Now I did the Buffalo Trace quite a long time ago, and they were pretty good. Mm-hmm. And the leftovers, I took when a friend of mine was here from Tennessee, and we smoked them. But we'll see. We'll see what arrives. I still got the Oliva to try.
Which Oliva?
I think it's the O. It was rated like 93 or 94.
You know, I had one of those in Fairbanks right before I came back because I had never tried one before. And I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I did like it. Yeah. Okay.
So I shouldn't invite you for a review with that one. Maybe
invite me for the Davidoff.
Okay, the Davidoff. That's right. Pat McCoy got in on the Davidoffs.
Well, we only had one ever.
It was really, really funny when Pat was over and we did a review. And I kind of just had him sitting there, and I picked up the box of Davidoffs, and he's like, "Oh my God, you got Davidoffs!" Was there a problem? You don't want to smoke it? You don't want to try it?
Right.
And those Davidoffs, the Davidoff Nicaragua that they sent us, that I requested, they got a pretty good rating, and they were actually very, very nice cigars. So,
what was the rating on these again? The ones were
94.
Yeah.
I mean, 94 is pretty high for a cigar aficionado. I mean, it's.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of 94.
They're pretty conservative. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
the most of
that's
what
the
you'll
way it
see,
should be. Yeah.
yeah, you'll see once in a while a 96, periodically a 95. You'll
I see
see
94s and
you see
93s.
94s here and there, but
Yeah, this is.
but okay, so it got the 94 2 years ago from when we're doing this review. Look at the nice ash. I'm getting it. I mean, I had set it down earlier and my ash fell, but you look at that.
No,
That's very nice
very well
ash.
constructed.
Yeah.
Not only is it long, look how tight the grain is in the ash.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, I mean, yeah.
This is a really nice cigar.
Yeah, nice choice.
Yeah.
I was looking at them before you came out. I'd never seen them before.
You hadn't noticed them before?
Mm-mm.
Well, we've got to keep this rum going, keep our palate, just
That's
proper.
right. I gotta say, I'm really liking this glass and the.
You like that glass?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Fun. These are fun.
Yeah.
As a designer, naturally, you would love the glass.
Yes, and the ice ball. And
yeah, it's
good.
I mean, there are so many fun things available on the market today.
It's the accoutrement.
Yeah, that makes the experience. I mean, I love using the what are these Glencairn. I love using these for the first tasting, to really get an idea.
You get a good nose
and this is a little bit smaller mouth than a rocks glass, because a rocks glass it kind of changes the taste with that big open mouth, but these
this holds more of the nose, more of the bowl.
It does. They're very, very cool glasses.
But it goes great with the round ice ball.
And I have mentioned before that I found these glasses at a thrift store.
You did not.
I did. I found them at a thrift store in Ventura.
Damn.
And there was
played.
there was a set of 6. They were like 99 cents a piece. I bought them all.
Yeah, why not?
It's like because I've got,
not that I'll feel any better when I break one, but
well, you will probably. But I've got a smaller one of these kinds of glasses that Ryan, my oldest son, got me, and he got me a set of 2, and I broke one, and then so I had to go order another one. Now I've got 3 of the little bit smaller balls, and then I broke another one, and it's like and then in Hawaii last week I broke. Oh, you lost your.
Watch my ash.
I broke the coffee pot.
So I hear.
My left hand is still from, they got to do a carpal tunnel operation on me, and I was just carrying the coffee. It just fell out of my hand, so I had to go to Walmart and buy a coffee pot replacement.
You're a good man.
Yeah, because
I guess you needed coffee.
Well, plus otherwise, if the hotel gave me another one, they probably charged me $40 for it.
I'm sure.
So at Walmart, it was 12 or 13. What happened? Whoop! There it goes.
See, you didn't learn from my mistake.
Look at that. Hold on. Whoop. Okay. Clean it up. We wear our ash.
That's right.
Because we want big ash, so we wear our ash.
Badge of honor.
When you're a cigar lounge and you let the ash go way out there,
I'm sure
it's always nice ash.
Right. I'm sure wearing it is, you lose some style points, but hey, no pain, no gain.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I could kind of hot suck this thing and it probably wouldn't get too bad. I'm not going to do it.
No, it's really good. I definitely taste hickory. That kind of, yeah.
Now,
but not peppery. I don't.
Compared to your favorite Don Tomas,
right?
What are you thinking?
The Maduro. This is a lighter smoke than the Maduro.
But they call this 4 out of 5 on the boldness.
Really?
But I'm not getting quite that bold.
No. And I don't. Yeah, I mean, I really have to be in the mood for a full, really, robust smoke. And for an afternoon smoke, especially like not after a meal but before a meal, and with the rum, it's delightful.
No, it's happening. Well, we do have chicken legs on the grill. The one thing that I'm allowed to barbecue at my home is chicken. And I always use the indirect method in my Weber barbecue. So we do have a lot of chicken legs in the Weber.
He is the chicken leg man.
Chicken leg master.
Maestro.
Master chicken leg cooker.
All the above.
You know, and we're doing this review the end of October here in Southern California.
I was going to bring that up.
And it's still, I mean, a couple of days ago when we got back from Hawaii, it's like, shit, it's cold here. But now it's warm again.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be warm tomorrow for the kids trick-or-treating. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
it's a little cool off coming midweek, but again,
no, it's nice.
I laugh when it gets into like the mid 60s and the weathermen like say it's going to be chilly outside tomorrow. I'm like, really? Mid 60s? Come on.
Well,
it's still so nice.
You're spending half your life in Alaska, so
that's true.
What is it? 40 degrees half the time, 50 degrees half the time.
Yeah, and that half is the summer half. That's the July half.
So Dennis spends his summer in the Tulik Research Station, which is just a little bit south of Prudhoe Bay, which is pretty high up in Alaska.
9 hours north drive of Fairbanks, very far north.
And so he's the guy that when people like plant an axe in their foot has to deal with it. And although fortunately you don't have too many incidents, do you?
No.
Although this year you said that they had a helicopter that went down. That was kind of interesting.
And knock on wood, everybody walked away safe and sound. So, but it's a great experience up there. It's and I really believe in their mission. They're studying all the flora and fauna of the Arctic, and it's really fascinating.
Yeah, that's a very cool experience to go do that. I mean, how many people get to do that? Not many.
Not many.
I mean, between how many staff do you guys usually have?
Anywhere from in the heart of the season, like anywhere between like 12 and 15.
And then how many
including
users?
The maximum is about 150, but coming off of off COVID, like last year we were, I think, maxed out at about 108, 109. And they're coming from all over the country, in fact, all over the world to study. So it's fascinating to meet the people.
Can you hear this? The plane's going like right over the house. I mean, there's no consideration. We're doing a review, and the goddamn planes are flying over our house. That's ridiculous. They're all flying to the Camarillo airport, or some people call it Camarillo.
Camarillo?
Camarillo. Yeah, I try to keep my Spanish pronunciation right for Camarillo. Although on so many of these cigars and stuff, Jonathan's always correcting my Spanish pronunciation.
Yeah, you definitely have to work on that.
Yeah, I kind of butcher it. But, I mean...
But it makes for some entertaining reviews.
And it's funny. I took Spanish here in Southern California. In grade school, they gave us Spanish. In junior college, I took Spanish. And I still can't pronounce this. That's just... It ain't my thing. Espanol is not my thing.
Yeah.
I do far better.
No bueno.
No bueno. I do far better with the German, although I do butcher that too.
I've heard you butcher English. So.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Now, you've got to show imperfection, because only God is perfect. We aren't. So we can't be perfect. We have to show our imperfection.
We are.
At least that's the line I use.
That's your story, and you're sticking with it?
That's my line, yeah. Show my imperfections.
That's right. It humbles you.
And blame my sisters for any of my shortcomings.
Again.
Why should I take accountability when I can blame somebody else?
That's right.
It's so much better.
Are you the baby? No.
No, well, kind of. So my three older sisters, the youngest was 6 years older than me. And then when I was about, somewhere around 5, my mom divorced. And then somewhere around 7, my mom remarried.
Oh, okay.
And then, so I have a half brother. His name is Mark, and he's in Australia. And he was just visiting this summer, so it was really good to see him.
Nice.
And he's also very fascinating because my stepdad had Indian blood, but he never tried to be
Native American or
Native
Indian?
American.
Okay.
Same difference.
No, I meant-
Not red dot Indian. Yeah, a Native American. And but my brother Mark actually took my dad's papers and got entered into the Choctaw tribe.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, so he gets in the U.S. he gets free medical, free dental, free everything. But he's in Australia, so. Yeah, he's working, actually right now, he's working with the indigenous peoples up there
Oh, that's cool.
and dealing with the indigenous peoples that are mostly the men that,
What does he do?
the men that abuse their wives.
Ah,
And so he's a counselor.
nice.
And it's pretty important work that he does. I mean, I really have a lot of
Imagine.
respect for him for that. And he really leans into, because, I mean, let's face it, our family, we're half Ashkenazi. So I'm 51.2% Ashkenazi. So Mark's somewhere in that range, but he leans into his American Indian, which he's got like that much. But in Australia, when the indigenous people start giving him shit, he goes, "Hey man, I'm Native American." And
I know indigenous.
Yeah, and then so the indigenous people, the Aborigines, he gets a lot of respect because of having Native
Right.
Americans. So he leans into that, and it really works well for him, and he's able to really help people.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah, good for
it's pretty
him.
tremendous what he's able to do. Yeah. Yeah, because it's the alcoholism within the Aborigines or the Native,
Oh, I didn't
the
know.
indigenous people, they have the same
it's-
problem as here in the U.S.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
It
yeah.
is. And so, yeah. It's, I mean, kudos to my brother for what he does.
On another subject,
Mhm.
I have not let this go now once.
That is your thing. Dennis is.
Because I'm letting you do most of the talking.
See, so Dennis is a master of chit chat.
Master.
You're a master
I'd
of
say
chit chat.
Come on. Accomplished.
Come on, how many times when we sit around here do you have to relight your cigar? How many times?
More often than not.
Yes.
More often than
And
not.
so
No,
I'm impressed that you haven't let it go
I'm
out.
telling you.
Yeah, I'm down to,
I think part of it, it's just such it's
easy smoke.
an easy
So
smoke,
look at
and
this.
it's
We've got, what do we have? Inch and a half left, and it is not hot.
no.
It is not bitter.
Mm-mm.
This is one that is going to get smoked down quite a ways. And if any of you are looking close, this is a Mickey Mouse watch.
And this is not.
And also, it matches my Mickey Mouse on my hat.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit of a freak for Mickey Mouse. So it's when people buy me gifts, it's either Mickey Mouse or flamingos.
I was going to say.
I mean,
yeah.
I do have
It makes for easy gift giving.
yes, I do have my flock of flamingos up on the hill.
Yes.
I am really enjoying this, even down. I'll come over here. It's just,
You can see he's doing more of the talking.
yeah,
And you're doing more talking and still smoking.
I'm puffing.
You always smoke faster
yeah,
than me.
I'm puffing harder and faster than you, but that's okay.
You're more accomplished.
Yeah, I just go faster. Maybe it could be also, maybe I take
Deeper
bigger
draws.
bigger draws.
I think yeah.
Because I like to really draw in a tremendous amount of smoke.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things to do is just kind of hold it in the mouth and then just slowly let it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
That's my favorite part about smoking cigars.
I remember one time I was with a client and his wife in Alexandria, and we're at the cigar lounge, and she goes, the way you smoke cigars is very sensuous. And I said, well, thank you very much.
Right. Well, and also, whether even if it's a cigar, or sometimes I smoke a pipe and someone wants to try it and they're always like, and I'm like, no, take a draw. But you don't know that, and you don't experience that when you're a newbie. It comes with time.
I don't do as well with pipes. I mean, I've got that really, really cool pipe that Joe Tischler gave me, a burlwood pipe, but it's so much work. And I know you really enjoy pipes, but it just, for me, I prefer the cigars because they're less work. And I know people like the pipe and they like to futz with it and
the paraphernalia.
Yeah, it just.
I just only like it because if you want a shorter 10-minute, it's not as long.
You don't fill the bowl.
No, I'm saying it's not as long a time commitment if you don't want it to be. So it gives you that option. You don't want to light a nice cigar like this, and you only have 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You want to sit down. So that's the part I most enjoy about the pipe. Is the variability of time.
Gotta say, this rum is like really happening for me.
Good.
It's really.
Well, it's your birthday present. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Well, I've been holding it for a while so we could do the review.
Yeah, I had it. The other part I didn't mention is I had it all boxed up and ready to go to be here for your birthday. And then when I went to ship it and realized there's 26 some states that don't even allow beer or wine, because I know you can't ship hard alcohol anywhere. So I was just gonna, I was just gonna do a little cheat and say it was wine and hope they didn't open it. But knowing they knew it would be liquid, then it was like, oh well, you gotta wait.
It's interesting. My buddy Jeff Owens from Hawaii sent me that Tenturi, and he put it in a priority box along with a bunch of other.
And it got through.
He put all kinds of other stuff in there.
Well, that probably would have helped too. I had it by itself.
Yeah, and it made
that would have helped.
Yeah, he sent me a Hawaiian shirt and Kona coffee, and by the way, did you try any of that Kona coffee?
Not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. I will.
I brought you all these bags. I brought you all these bags of Kona coffee, and you haven't even tried it.
Oh no, I will. In fact, I'm going to save a few to take to Alaska with me. Yeah, if I go in the winter, it'll be a nice little treat for myself.
It was funny when I was buying that Kona coffee. I bought a bag of that Kona coffee for myself, ground at Foodland. And it was on sale for $26 for that bag. And then when I went to the Aloha Stadium, the swap meet, I found this. They had other ones, the ones that I brought you last year. And some gal had a bunch of them sitting there. And, I asked her how much. And she said, I don't know, maybe $14 a bag. And I said, well, how much for two? And then it went down. And how much for three? And it went down.
See?
And I said, how much for four? And I said, how much for four? And it went down to $10 a bag.
Nice.
I had just paid $26 for a bag at Foodland, and it's like, oh my God, less than half price.
That's okay. I paid $17 for a double shot of Maker's Mark yesterday at the TO Performing Arts Center.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what?
Oh well.
Oh well. It was good.
17 for a double shot.
And
that's pretty reasonable.
And to their credit, it was really 3 shots.
Oh, they poured heavy.
They poured heavy.
Oh well, that's nice.
They really did. It was enjoyable.
That was very reasonable.
It was. It was definitely a triple.
On our last cigar review, I did that Kupu Maui whiskey. And I left the bottle with Jeff. I didn't try to bring it home, but that was very good too. That was like
Maui whiskey.
Yeah, it was like $50 for the bottle.
I haven't viewed that review yet.
Yeah, you have to go watch the review. Yeah. And but yeah, it was quite good. But then I had a bottle of also Mahina rum, which is from Maui, and I just left all the booze with my buddy Jeff.
See, now I'm at the level of the cigar where I think most people will attest. This is like, but still enjoying it. Yeah.
Well, look at this.
And I don't feel bad if it gets hot, it gets small, it gets bitter. You put it up.
Yeah,
still.
Yeah.
Still really nice.
Yeah, no, it's I'm really enjoying this cigar. It's a great cigar. The rum that you brought is a good match, as you said earlier. I'm always guessing, what cigar is going to go with what spirit.
Well, that's a skill in itself. I mean, pairing it up is.
But these two are going well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going so well.
Want to hold up the smoke and the spirit again?
Mm-hmm.
Want to grab one of those or the pack?
Hold on. We could just get this damn thing open.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Well, gotta turn a little bit. There we go.
Whoops.
Gotta turn yours a little bit. Okay, there we go. All righty. So let's call it let's call it soup.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next review.
Thanks again for the invitation.
Whenever it is, I don't know when the next review will be, but we